Hello, Princess on a Pillow here. I am here to do a review slash recap with my opinion on Love After Lockup Part 2. Season 6, Episode 8 is titled Wife or Warden? Question mark. If you haven't already checked out Part 1, please do so. Thank you. Okay, let's get started with, let's see, who should we start with? Kiana and Demondrick. So Kiana and Demondrick are getting ready to go out, and we see Demondrick put the engagement ring that his father gave him into his pocket. Demondrick said he feels guilty for talking to Joella behind Kiana's back. But I think that if he talked to Joella on the phone in front of Kiana, Kiana would realize that they are not that there's nothing going on between them, because he's not talking anything sexy to her. He hasn't said anything inappropriate to her as far as I'm concerned. Anyway, Kiana and Demondrick, they went on a first date. Demondrick is being a gentleman. He's opening doors for her. So they went to a cake decorating place, and they seem to be enjoying themselves until Kiana brought up not trusting Demondrick. So Demondrick reassured her that she can trust him and that, put the past in the past, leave the past alone. You know, he said the past will not repeat itself. That means he's not going to cheat on her anymore. So they go, they leave the establishment. After they make their cakes, they leave. They go outside. They sit down to exchange cakes. And when Kiana opened up the cake that Demondrick had made, the ring that his father gave to him was stuck in the cake. And Kiana was shocked. She was shocked. Demondrick put the ring on her finger and told her that they'll be together forever. But he didn't ask her to marry him. He didn't ask her to marry him. But Kiana is on cloud 9. Okay? In her confessional, Kiana is talking about having a huge wedding. In his confessional, the producer asked Demondrick, why didn't he say the words, "Will you marry me?" Demondrick said, because this is just a promise to get married. What the hell is he talking about? When you ask a girl to marry you and you give her a ring and she says yes, that's a promise to marry you. So what the hell is he talking about? What's wrong with him? Oh, he's a criminal. He's from jail. He don't know no better. That's mean. He just gave her the ring to shut her up about Joella. That's why he gave her the ring. And that ring is probably not no family heirloom. I don't know what the hell father lied talking about family heirloom. There ain't no family heirloom. Anywho, next up is Savannah and Bradley. Now these two are the meat and potato of this episode. Okay? Bradley comes back with Savannah's mother's car after stealing it, because that's what he did. He took it without her permission. It's not his. Okay? So when he comes back with her mother's car, he told her to get in the car because he needs to go see a prison advocate specialist. Bradley said he plans on suing the DOC for him being harassed while he was in prison. So Savannah got in the car with him, but she's pissed. She's pissed that he took off with her mother's car without permission. I would be pissed too, because it's not her car, it's her mother's car, and he left her stranded. Who does that to somebody? But Bradley doesn't give a shit about her feelings. He is talking about her calling the cops on him. Bradley said the police don't solve problems. And I loved Savannah's response. She said they can recover stolen vehicles. He said stolen. He still don't see that what he did was wrong. He said stolen? Well, I don't know. Who stole what? Savannah told him that this is her mother's vehicle. She told him, you took off in something that's not yours. You have to talk to him like a child, because he doesn't realize that what he did was wrong. So you have to explain to him, this is my mother's car, and you took it without permission. I didn't give you permission. She didn't give you permission. You just took it. So you stole it. His response to her was, you're so controlling. You have to control everything. That's not being controlling. You stole her mother's car. And she's letting you know that that was wrong. You have to talk to him like he's a fucking 2-year-old. He doesn't understand that what he did was wrong. He doesn't understand that. I couldn't deal with someone like him. He wants everything while he gives absolutely nothing. Savannah took care of him while he was in prison. And now that he's out of prison, she is the reason he has a roof over his head and food in his mouth. Okay? And then she has to drive him here, there, and everywhere. And how does he repay her? He repay her by calling her all kinds of bitches to his sisters and his friends. Talk shit about her to his sisters and friends constantly. That's how he repays her. And then steals her mother's car. That's how he repays her. And leaves her stranded. That's how he repays her. Bradley's an asshole. He's calling her controlling because she looked over his shoulder and looked at his phone and told him to delete the females out of his phone. Now, what female want her man to have a bunch of females' name in his phones? No female I know. Especially when she bought him that phone. Bradley is a selfish little brat. He doesn't appreciate anything Savannah has done for him. Nothing. What has his family done for him? Nothing. Bradley said he's upset, he's irritated, and he's overwhelmed. I don't understand why he's irritated, upset, and overwhelmed. What has happened for him to be irritated, upset, and overwhelmed? What has he done? He hasn't done anything but live in her house, shit, eat, sleep. What has he done to upset him? What has happened for him to be upset, overwhelmed, and irritated? What? He played Savannah and his sister against each other. That's what he has done. And when Savannah tried to talk to him about it, he got upset and took off in the car. I swear, when these people go to prison, they come back out the way they exactly was, or they come back worse. They don't come back improved. I am curious to know how he was harassed, because he doesn't seem to have a clue about anything. So they go to the library to meet up with this justice reform advocate named Marva. And Savannah seemed to know her because they hugged each other. They greeted each other by hugging each other. So Bradley told Marva that he would complain about the conduct of the correctional officers, and then the complaint went nowhere. Marva asked Bradley if the correctional officers retaliated against him when he filed a complaint. Bradley said they would strip him down every week, or strip them down every week, do a strip search, and they had tattoo checks. That's what they do in prison. I've watched many prison shows, and that's what they do. They random have strip downs, and they random check your tattoos, because they be having all kinds of tattoos in prison, and they may infect each other with the damn needles. That's what you do in prison. You are monitored. You're monitored like a fucking 2-year-old, because you can't live on the outside, in the outside world. So they have to put you in here in cages and monitor you and make sure, you do what you're supposed to do. What do you think prison is? The Ritz? The Ritz Hotel? Where do you think you're at? You're going to have strip search because y'all are making shanks up in there. Y'all are making weapons with pencils and toothpaste and all kinds of stuff. So y'all have to be strip searched. What are you talking about? They harassed you by strip searching you. He even said that one time an officer was staring at him while he was in the shower. Yeah, you have to be looked at. You have to be monitored. You have to be watched like a 2-year-old, because they don't know what you're doing. You could be doing anything in the shower. The shower is the best place to do something that you're not supposed to be doing, because you thinking you have all this privacy. You don't have no privacy in prison. You're in prison. What the hell? I guess Bradley doesn't understand that he is a criminal and he's in prison and he can't be trusted and he needs to be monitored. I guess he just doesn't understand the concept. In his confessional, Bradley said the correctional officers have control problems. Everybody has control problems. He said the correctional officers have control problems. The police have control problems. Savannah has control problems. So his favorite thing to do is just sit around and say, everybody wants to control me. No, heifer, you got to follow rules. You got to follow rules. And when you have a girlfriend, you don't have a bunch of other girls' numbers in your phone. You don't do that. If you want to be loyal and have a good relationship, you don't do that. Okay? You don't break the law. You break the law, you go to jail. You do something wrong, the cops are going to be on your ass. I mean, these are rules. You got to follow rules. What the everybody's controlling? What's wrong with you? He's an ass. So Marva told him straight up that his lawsuit is frivolous. I'm glad she told him that shit. What you're talking about don't mean nothing. They didn't hit you. They didn't hurt. The correctional officers didn't retaliate against you when you complained about them. They didn't hit you. They didn't beat you up. They didn't make you do unsavory things. I mean, they didn't do anything to you. They did their job. They monitored you. They did strip search. You're supposed to get strip searched. I mean, they were doing their job. What are you talking about? So then she talked to them about their relationship. And Bradley told Marva that Savannah wants his attention while he's checking his phone. If my boyfriend is on the phone and I'm trying to talk to him, he better put that damn phone down and give me his entire attention. Give me all your attention. Don't be on your phone and I'm trying to talk to you. Put that damn phone down and let me talk to you. You can get back on that phone after I'm done talking to you. Especially when she bought him that phone. The phone is more important to him than she is. He just got out of jail. Who is more important for him to talk to on his phone than to talk to her? If I were her, I would have snatched that phone away and throw it against the wall. You're not getting this phone back. You need to pay attention to me. I'm on Savannah's side. Talking about she wants his attention while he's on the phone, but he knows how to multitask. He knows how to be on the phone and pay attention to her at the same time. No, you don't. You're an idiot. You don't know shit. You don't even know right from wrong. You don't even know stealing a car is wrong. You're an idiot. You don't even know that strip searching is what the correctional officers are supposed to do. That's their job. You don't know shit, Bradley. You don't even know how to sell drugs without getting caught. Bradley. So Marva told them that they should live separately. They shouldn't live together. They need to give each other space. They need to date each other, not be all under each other. You know? And that pissed Savannah off. She didn't like that shit one bit. But what Marva doesn't realize is that Bradley has nowhere to go. His family, they're not trying to make him live with them. They don't care about him. Did they go visit him in prison? Did they put money on his books? Did they send him care packages? They don't want nothing to do with him. They had a welcome home party for him, but I didn't see his father. I didn't see his mother. All I saw was two idiot sisters. Bradley is trying to bite the hand that's feeding him, because Savannah is the only one doing anything for him. Nobody else is doing anything for him. So on their ride home, they're bickering with each other, and Bradley told Savannah that they need time apart. After Savannah had hugged Marva and they greeted each other like they knew each other, she's saying that she's saying Bradley is taking advice from a stranger, because she had suggested that they don't live together. And now Bradley's suggesting that they have some time apart. So now Savannah is mad at Marva for putting that idea in his head. And she's saying he's taking advice from a stranger. Y'all didn't seem like y'all were strangers. You hugged each other like y'all knew each other. So Savannah told Bradley that a MF don't have to tell her twice that they don't want to be around her. She told him he doesn't even have a bank account. So she's reminding him that he relies on her totally. He relies on her for everything. A roof over his head, food in his stomach, money, and for her to drive him anywhere he wants to go. He relies on her 100%. And she's reminding him of that. Bradley says, so you're telling me that I can't do anything by myself? She said, yeah, I am. She said, tell me how you plan to do anything on your own. That heifer didn't like that. He told her she was being a bitch. And he wants space. She's telling the truth. You know nothing about anything, Bradley. You know absolutely nothing. You're a 2-year-old. I'm insulting 2-year-olds, but I mean, should I say 1-year-old? Then I'll be insulting 1-year-olds. I mean, what can I call you? I'm not insulting somebody else, right? She told him if he doesn't want to be here, let her know and she'll drop him off. I don't know where she was going to drop him off at, but she told him she would drop him off. He has to up her, so he told her he's going to drop himself off at his father's house right now. Why didn't he just go to his father's house in the first place? If he can just show up at his father's house and go live with his father, why didn't he just go to his father's house from jump? Right? I mean, I don't get that. So Savannah said, okay. Okay. So that's exactly what he did. He went to his father's house, pulled up at his father's house, got out of the car and told her bye and walked towards the house. So then Savannah drove off, left him at his father's house. So then Bradley's sister Alyssa called Savannah, and Savannah told Alyssa that she just dropped Bradley off at his father's house. She says that's where he lives now. Savannah told Alyssa that, Bradley stole the car, and now he runs off to his father's house. First he steals the car, then he runs off. Now he's running off to his father's house. Alyssa told her to have patience with him. She said, I've been patient for 2 years. Why she has to be patient with him? Why does she have to be patient with him? For what? Please. Savannah said she has been patient for 2 years. And everybody's on Bradley's side, but I am not on the damn Bradley side. I'm on Savannah's side. Alyssa said she sees why Bradley is overwhelmed. How? How does she see why he's overwhelmed? I don't understand how this man is overwhelmed when he's doing nothing but eat, sleeping, and shit in her house and talking shit to her, calling her bitches behind her back and talking shit about her behind her back to his friends and family. And he's overwhelmed? And he's calling her controlling because she told him to delete women out of his phone. So that's controlling? No woman wants that, Bradley. No woman wants their man to have a slew of females' number in their phone. No woman wants that. Okay? Alyssa said, it sounds like Bradley is walking away. Sounds like Bradley's walking away from the relationship. Savannah said, well, maybe he walked away, but he didn't take his Xbox. Alyssa said, he left his Xbox at your house. This Xbox must be important to him because even Alyssa is like, oh, well, if he left the Xbox, he ain't going nowhere. He's coming back. And he knows he can't just show up at his father's house with a suitcase talking about, I'm moving in. He knows he can't do that. You got to ask the father permission. You can't just show up and think you're moving into the father's house. Did the father invite you to move in? I don't think so. So, Savannah said, the best thing to do is run him over with my car. That would solve all the problems. Alyssa threatened her. Alyssa said, well, she threatened Bradley. Savannah threatened Bradley by running him over with the car. And Alyssa threatened Savannah by saying, if you run my brother over with a car, I'm going to have to kill you. They're all ratchet. They're all toxic. What can you say, right? But when someone tells you that they're leaving, they really want you to beg them to stay. He says, I'll drop myself over at my father's house. He got a rude awakening when he said that because she said, okay. He expected her to say, no, don't do that. Don't go over there. But she was like, okay. And that took it to a level where he couldn't, what else can he do? He has his pride, so what else can he do but do what he said he was going to do? Go to his father's house and walk over there, slowly walk up to the door. Knock, 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 can I come in? His father don't want him there. If his father wanted him there, he would have been there from jump, okay? Poor baby. That backfired in his face. It backfired in his damn face. If I was leaving somebody, I would just pack my shit and go. I'm not going to sit there and say, I'm leaving. I'm leaving. I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to pack my shit and go. And when you see me packing my shit, oh shit, she's leaving. That's right. I'm leaving. I don't have to tell you I'm leaving. Actions speak louder than words. Grab my suitcase, start throwing my shit in my suitcase and walk out the door. Actions speak louder than words. I don't have to tell you I'm leaving. Last but not least, Brooklyn and Brian. Brooklyn's daughter, she thinks Brian is the best thing since apple pie. Brian said he has 2 weeks to get a job or else he got to go back to the halfway house. So his friend Adrian is coming to pick him up, to take him shopping because he needs clothes so that he can go on interviews. Because all he got is sweats. Look like sweats and jeans. Brooklyn wants to meet Adrian when he comes to the house to pick up Brian. But Brian was like, no, we don't have time for that. I got to go shopping and come back here before my curfew. We don't have time for a meet and greet. But Brooklyn ain't hearing that. She ain't trying to hear that. She wants to meet Adrian. She wants to see what type of person this Adrian is that Brian is hanging out with. Now she is controlling. So when Adrian showed up at the house, Brooklyn went out to the car. She tapped on his window. Knock, 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 knock. He put his window down. She goes, "Hi, I'm Brooklyn. I got 2 rules for you. No hoes, and have him here by 3 o'clock. Have him back here by 3 o'clock. And I think he has to be back by 4. I think his curfew is 4. But she wants him there at 3. I don't blame her, because if I was on a curfew and my curfew is 4, I'm coming home at 3. I'm not going to try to cut it short. I'm not going to try to, I'm playing it safe. I don't want to go back to jail. I don't want to go to no halfway house. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to be there an hour early. So I don't blame her for that, right? So then Adrian didn't like what she was talking about. Adrian said, "Look, whatever's going on between you and him, that's between you and him. I'm just trying to hang out with my friend here. Don't give me no rule number 1 and no rule number 2. So she started arguing with him, and he just put his window up and disrespected her and just put his window up. He didn't want to hear nothing that she had to say. So then they're out shopping, and Adrian is trying to tell Brian that you just got out of jail. Don't tie yourself to this one chick. There's other girls out there that you're going to like. Don't just tie yourself down to her. And Brian is trying to explain to him that, she held me down while I was in jail. I'm obligated to her, you know what I'm saying? I can't just ignore her. She's been there for me, So, they're shopping. After they were done shopping, it's 3:30. It's 3:30. He was supposed to be home at 3. So then, Brooklyn called, and she goes, "Where are you? You're supposed to be home at 3. It's now 3:30. He said, "I'm on my way." She said, "Well, you better hurry up." So they bicker a little bit back and forth. Then he gets off the phone, and Adrian wants to take him to a strip club. It's 3:30. He has to be there at 4. He has to be in the house at 4. Adrian wants to take him to a strip club. And this idiot decided, yeah, you know what? Let's go to the strip club. These freaking criminals, they have no sense of priority. They have no values, no morals. They're disrespectful. They're just idiots. They're idiots. They've been in jail for so long and they can't wait to get out. And when they get out, they're just ready to mess up. They're a bunch of idiots. And somebody trying to help them. Come in the house at 3. Your curfew is 4. Make sure you're here at 3 in case something happens. But no, at 3:30, after 3:30, it was like 3:34 or something like that. They're going to the strip club. Well, that was the end of the episode. This is the end of my review. Thank you so very much for watching. Princess on a Pillow here. Bye.